Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. It's nice to meet you officially.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm Sam. I have my ID on me. Sorry. Hello. I used to have different hair.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Okay. Do you have your medications out?
I do.
Anything? Okay.
Do you want to bring it?
Either way, I can. If you want to do it out here, that's fine. Or
Yep. I'll bring it to you.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, sure. You can sit on this stoop if you want to.
Ooh, I'll have you. Do you have like a sorry, I should have asked you. Do you have like a plate or something so I can?
Like a bowl?
Yeah, something so I don't like because I gotta
Okay.
up a mountain.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. Oh.
Ooh, thank you. Okay. So, have you ever had a cavity before?
A who?
Like a cavity in your tooth? Have you ever had one? I have one like on. You know, it's normally like on the bottom. I have one on my gum. It hurts really bad.
You have a cavity on your gum?
Like on the gum line, like in the tooth.
So is the tooth still in there? It's broke?
Yeah. It hurts. And I'm only telling you that because you're right here and I have
Is it your wisdom tooth?
No, I got those out, which was the worst.
Yeah.
What is gabapentin?
That, I don't know what it is, but I've been taking it since 2013.
Okay.
All these, this one and that one I've been taking since 2013. And then this is a new one.
Okay. So this one is your, how do you feel on it? This one,
I feel pretty normal because I've been taking it for so long.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I just remember when I was talking to you on the phone and I told you about how like I take medicine too, and it's really annoying because it's like they're all so different and it's a bunch of trial and error. I get really tired sometimes, and I've had this before.
Yeah, I'm thinking about talking to my doctor and seeing if I can come off it.
Okay.
Because you know, I'm a school bus driver now, and you know, I just don't want to be tired. They don't really make me tired because, you know, my body is strong and I've been taking it for so long. But just to be on the safe side, like, I'm gonna have a talk with him and see how he feel about it first before I make any decisions.
Okay. And where are you at DLC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I did not know today was early release either. Okay, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
with you. That's okay. I'm not gonna touch it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's nice to officially meet you.
Me too.
I'll double.
I didn't know you were so short.
I'm very short.
You're short
You
as
want to know
hell.
what's really funny? Wait, let me double count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. Do you want to? I don't want to touch them with my hands. I went to my parents for Halloween, and I had to park at the front of the neighborhood, like doing guest parking. And I was walking, and I had a feeling this was gonna happen. But these people were like, "Hey, you forgot your bag." And I was like, what?
They thought
They're
she was a trick-or-treater?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't forget it. I'm not a trick-or-treater. They're like, oh my God.
How did that
so
make
sorry.
you feel?
I get it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so annoying. I get carded. I'm about to be 28, and people don't, they're like, no, we don't believe you.
Oh, yeah, you're tiny as hell.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Have you talked to your sister or your dad or anything
Yes,
lately?
I actually did because I didn't even know about the emergency hearing that they were doing. And so they called to ask what was going on and everything, and I let them know like what was going on and everything.
Okay. Yeah, I talked to your dad once, about maybe like a week or a week and a half ago, just to see because we had requested the home study, and I had called because I saw a note in the computer that it had been, like the request had been closed. So I called him and I was like, hey, and he told me that he was like, maybe in a little bit of time when he gets himself together, but he said right now he doesn't have the capacity to.
Yeah, he didn't tell me that part.
But he might change his mind. I don't really know what he has going on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I saw Noah yesterday though.
You did?
Yeah, it was really funny because how often do you have to take this?
Once a day.
Once a day. When I got there, he was playing. There's two other kids in the house. They're biological kids.
Mhm.
And he gets along really good with the older one. And when I got there, he was like hiding behind the couch and doing this little crawl thing. Oh, little bat pigs. Hi. But he was looking good. He's really shy. Like I try to tell him. Hey,
Yeah, that's not his personality. He's not shy.
Not to be shy. Yeah, because the first time I met him, I was like, hey, Noah, and he was just like doing one of those, and then he talked to me about football.
My thing is, okay, so you already know what I didn't like the fact that I wasn't the first person called when the shit happened.
With the dog
I
bite.
should have been the first person called.
Yes.
And then the thing is how they wouldn't even let me see the condition of him. And then after I do, of course I'm going to do all that. Like, I don't know if you have children or not, but of course I'm going to react like that. And then for them to try to get my visitation rights taken away, knowing that I'm up here by myself, and if I don't see, I'm the closest thing to him. You see what I'm saying? If the judge would allow that to happen, who the fuck gonna go see him and make sure he okay? That would have been just too much on the kid, and he already going through, the stuff that he going through. So I felt like that was so selfish on their part. And then another thing, when she said that he is behind in reading, why don't you get him a tutor? Why don't you sit down and work with him? I just bought him some books. I bought him I didn't mean to buy that many books because I bought two of the books over twice.
Okay.
So, but I just got him some books because my son, he's been reading since he's been 3 years old. He's been potty trained since he's been 2 years old. So there's no way that he shouldn't know how to read.
Maybe it's like the subject matter they're having him read at school or something. I don't.
What do you mean by the subject matter?
Like maybe it's not to do with him. Maybe they just have him reading like stuff that he's not
interested in.
Interested in or used to reading about or something. I mean, I don't know many
but
boys
he
that like
told
to read.
me that, well, Keeson loves to read. That's the thing about him.
Does he?
Because I've been reading to him since he's been in my stomach. I've been reading to him.
Does he prefer Kingston to Noah?
No.
Okay,
Noah.
that's just what you. Okay, no.
Yeah, that's my name for him.
Okay.
But yeah, he loves to read. So, and then when she said that he feels, embarrassed, as he should, because all the other kids know how to read. Like, why wouldn't you take that extra step to see if Camlot or someone can issue a tutor for him?
I can do that. I know that he does, what is it? He's got heads. Have you heard of that? The counseling. So they've got him in what's called heads therapy. So they meet him for an hour at school, is how they have it set up. And it's pretty much something that's really common for a lot of our kids to get referred to, because it's not easy on them to be taken from their parents and placed in a totally different situation that they're not used to, with people that they're not used to, and to have to be seen by us and all of that stuff. It's just like...
So how's he doing in it, though?
So he would be... This is probably like his second appointment.
Do they like update you guys about...
Yes. Not every week, but it comes like monthly. I think they'll give us a status update. So I believe she's met him, but I don't think they've officially started therapy. The other thing I wanted to tell you before I forget, sorry. He is due for a dental appointment. They have us monitoring their, like, every child that we have in care, so to speak. They're supposed to have their yearly checkups, and then they go to the dentist every, I counted 7 there, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have their
I
dentist every
got
6
this
months.
on the 13th, so I am going to do a refill them before I run out.
Okay.
Like I said, my doctor, I told him my situation when I went August the 12th. And I let him know, like, look, I can't be running back and forth to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? I gotta work.
Yeah.
And I haven't forgotten to give you my check stub. It's just that the way that my check stub is set up, they have it on the ADP, which is an app on the phone. Okay. And I have to download that app, and it's on there. But the thing is, when I tried to log into it, they didn't recognize me.
Okay.
So now I gotta go to Human Resources to see what's going on. But
yeah, you can give them to me collectively. It's fine. I know you're working.
What
and
was
everything.
I saying?
You were saying about, we were talking about the medical, the dentist.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
So,
That's fine.
Does he have a dentist
No.
established?
No, because we had just moved here October. Only been here a year.
Where'd you move from?
Alabama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we hadn't been here that long for me to do, everything but register him for school. That was the only thing I was able to do. So no, he don't have a dentist.
Okay. So, Allie I told her, I was like, hey, he's due for a dental appointment, and she responded and she was like, do you think that you could handle the dentist appointment? She's like, we're just really overwhelmed right now. We have a lot going on, and we're trying to take, because they have to deal with us since it's technically a new placement again, you know what I mean? So we have to go do the visits, and then they're dealing with stuff from school and their own kids and everything. So they said, do you think you can help us make the appointment? And I said, sure. I'll take him to the dentist, I'll do the appointment, and so if you want to come to that,
I think he'll like that.
Yeah, so that way you can be like part of it and everything like that. So if that sounds like something that would interest you,
yeah,
I'll
of
let
course.
you know. Okay.
Of course.
And do you have any suggestions? Like, when I try to talk to him and stuff, he really is, I know with Heath, he would kind of talk to Heath a little bit, but with me, he literally is like, he does that, and he'll like run off. It's kind of funny. He's cute. He's like, I want to be a wide receiver. That's the only thing he sold me.
Okay, no. See, with Kingston, what you have to do is you got to let him know, like, it's time to be serious. It's it's not time to play. He's 8 years old. Of course, he just want to play all the time. So I have to remind him. I'm his mother. You know, look, you got to let me know what's going on, because if you don't let me know what's going on, how am I going to help you?
Right.
So even if you can just tell me just what you want me to know at this minute, and then when you're done, you can go play.
Okay.
You know, so you just got to be real with him.
So
That's
if I was
what
like,
he
hey,
understands.
I need to talk to you now, he would.
I
won't be mean, but you know what I mean.
That probably make me mad. but no, like, I don't know. I'm his mother, so it's easy for him to relate to me. But as far as someone else, I don't think he'll really be okay with you until he see me with you.
Okay.
And then he'll probably, you know what I'm saying, probably kind of warm up to you then.
Because he's like,
but if you can say, your mom asked me to talk to you, and I can relate. Whatever you want me to relate to your mom, I can tell her. If you want to just tell her that you love her, you miss her, or something like that, that'll probably get him to, you know, be serious for a moment. Because I know this is really a difficult situation for the both of us.
Yep.
Actually. So, yeah, I just miss my baby. That's all.
He misses you too. What time's your visit Sunday?
At 9:30.
How long is it?
It's 90 minutes.
Okay. I'm working on getting you set up with Zoom visits. They're going to be set definitely by next week.
So we're not going to have a visit tomorrow?
I can make it happen, I think so. I know that the foster parents said that they can't do, like, every Saturday. They can't do it ongoing because of the Sunday visits. And
well, they're going to have to talk to the judge about that, because the judge absolutely said that even if you can't do 2 visits. I mean, why are the foster parents steady talking about what they can't do? They should have said that, realized that before they signed up to be a fucking foster parent. It's really getting on my nerves.
I know. I
done wore myself thin with what is the word? Compromising. I don't care what they say. I'm going to see my son Saturday and Sunday. And that's what it's going to be. Because if you say Monday through Friday and be like, oh, well, we working, we getting prepared for the next day, I already know the bullshit. I'm not with that no more.
Okay.
At all.
Tomorrow,
I honestly don't care what they say.
What's your schedule like tomorrow?
I'm free Saturdays and Sundays.
Just like all day long?
All day long.
You just chill? Because tomorrow I'm going to be in Lehigh from like 12 to 2. So if you want, I can try to get something set up it's probably not going to happen in the morning, since I'm going to have to reach out to them tonight and try to set it up. But do you want to do like maybe a later afternoon or evening Zoom tomorrow?
I just want you to do what you got to do so I can see my son, because just like the judge say, it's cruel to keep a parent away from their child, for number one. And then for my son to get attacked by a dog and still keep my son away from him, and then for y'all all to lie and say that, oh, you contacted me when I've been contacting y'all, that pissed me the fuck off. It really did. So I just want you to do what you have to do so that I can see my baby and my baby can see his mother.
Okay.
And let the foster parents know, if they're not able to handle the responsibility of being a foster parent, they need to let him go somewhere else.
Do you, shoot, what was I going to ask you?
Because I'm sick of the bullshit. I ain't got time.
I think that you should do a Zoom visit throughout the week too. Just so that he doesn't only see you on the weekends. Like maybe like a Wednesday evening when you get home.
What you talking about? Split the times? Like the 90 minutes, 45 minutes, 45 minutes?
No. Just, I think you should have, because it's a minimum. The 90 minutes is a minimum. I think you should have your CAC visit on Sunday, and then I think you should have 2 Zoom visits. So if you want to do it Saturday, or...
I mean, you biting off a lot, because you already know the foster parent's going to be like, oh, I can't do this. But, shit, I would love to do that.
Okay. So when you get home, like, say I'm not saying that he could probably stay on for 90 minutes after you get off of work from 7. I don't know what time he goes to bed or whatever, but maybe if, like on a Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that, you could talk to him, hang out with him on Zoom or read or talk or
See,
whatever.
you gotta understand, everybody not like you. I mean, I could when I saw you on that Zoom meeting, in my mind, I thought you was gonna be like everybody else. Don't give a fuck. That's what I mean when I say everybody else. But when I heard you on that Zoom meeting, I was like, oh, she different. That's immediately what I said. So, what I'm telling you is, I'm me. I'm gonna give it to you how I know. I don't know anything else. So, everybody not gonna be like you. You're gonna want to do all of this for me. You probably have good intentions for me and my son.
I do.
But they're gonna want to stop that shit because they don't care.
I want you to get back with Noah because you're a wonderful mother. You just gotta stay on your medicine. That's it.
And I've been on my medicine for the longest. The only thing I haven't done is been to the doctor because he gave me 3 months supply of medicine. So I go back November the 18th to get another 3 months supply of medicine.
Okay.
Because like I said, I can't go to the doctor every month.
Me neither.
And then work.
I get the 90-month supplies too.
And just like I told them, I've been doing this since 2013. This is my regular medicine. Only thing he did was added this because when I was at Camlight, I told him, look, they working my nerves. They working my nerves. You understand? And for a person with a mental health issue, I'm supposed to been snapped. How come I didn't? Because people want to label you and use your mental health against you to get away with whatever bullshit they want to get away with. But this is the only thing that's new.
Okay.
I've been doing this for so long. I have learned how to survive being a mother with a mental illness. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I go back to the doctor November 18th. Okay. He's going to give me another supply if he feels like I need to stay on my medicine. Because I told you I want to talk to him about it. But I have gotten smarter with it. Instead of taking it when I wake up, I take it when I go to bed.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So when I wake up, I can just go to work. When I get off of work, I take it before I go to bed. You know what I'm saying? So that when I'm driving the bus, I won't feel drowsy and sleepy and all of that stuff.
Okay.
So that has really helped me. I think that has really helped taking it in the morning because, you know, sometimes you'll forget to take it in the morning or something like that. But taking it as soon as I get home, after them damn kids done stress me out, I'll be like, let me pop something because them kids, baby, they bad. Them kids are bad.
What age group do you drive?
I got, my school starts at pre-K. How old do the kids be in pre-K? I think like 4 or 5? Yeah,
something like that. Because kindergarten's like 6, I think.
Yes.
5 or 6.
5 or 6. So my babies start from 4 to 5, and then they stop at the 8th grade, whatever grade you already know my pain. Like them
Middle
kids.
School.
Yeah.
They're so mean.
They're all on the bus together.
And they all look like little tiny adults.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
They all look like models.
And they're so mean
shit.
because they're going through that teenage phase where you know, because we got to follow certain rules when we're on the bus. Like, I have to make sure when you get off this bus, you stop at my cross arm before you cross the street. You know, my stop sign going to come out, but you can't guarantee that the cars behind me is going to stop. And so they don't want to listen to that. I got one girl every day. It teaches you patience. Every day I hold my arm out because you got to give them signals. So this is my signal to wait. And then when I see that it's clear, look in my mirrors, this is my signal to go. She my third stop, her and her brother. And when I see her getting off, I immediately put my hand up. As soon as she get off, she just walk past that motherfucker. She like, I ain't stay you. And then I just laugh every time. But her brother, this is what get me because her brother, he looks at me and he want to do what she does, but he stops. And I say, go ahead, baby. And then she got on him one time when she told him, she was like, don't get off the bus with me. Because when they get off the bus together, he stops. And she just keep going, and that kind of stops her. And she's like, "Don't get off the bus with me." I was like, "Look, don't speak to him like that. You need to follow his lead. Even though you're the oldest, he's following directions, and you don't." So those middle schoolers, they are.
They're so bad.
I was like, was I like that when I was that age?
I know, that's what I think sometimes too.
Was I an asshole? Like, literally, because these kids, they're
mean.
I'm like, was I like that? Like, they don't care. But some of them are so sweet. Like Carter, he like is my big kid. He really controls the bus. He be like, "Hey y'all, like sit down and stop." And then like I had to put Stella, which is his sister, and Azale, which is their neighbor, and they were spitting on people, like jumping up, putting their feet all on the chair, screaming like they had no sense. And so I had to pull the bus over. This happened Wednesday. I pulled that bus. Oh, no, this happened Monday after court, too. And my mind was like on my case. And I'm like, okay, Nikki, I got to not think about that. And so I couldn't help but to think about it. Like, it just stayed in my mind. And it was when I got the job, I was like, I'm proud of myself because I don't have my son, but I'm taking care of someone else's children. I should be proud of myself because too many people are not going to do that. But this day, I was so angry for that same reason. I was like, how in the hell you can sit here and take care of someone else's children when your son needs you? And I told God, I was like, I'm sorry for feeling that way, but I felt that way that day. But I pulled that bus over, turned on my hazard lights, and got up. I was like, look. I raised my voice. They never seen Miss Bus Driver like this now because I'm always like, good morning, I like your shoes. Oh, your hair's so pretty. Every day. How was school today? What you learned in school? That's my attitude every day. But when they seen Miss Bus Driver do like this, they was like this. They was hiding in the seats. And when they got off the bus, they was like, thank you for driving me. I was like, they know my heart. But yeah, Carter ended up calling his parents and telling his parents what was going on the bus. And his mom ended up coming to the bus and she was like, they giving you problems? I was like, yes, ma'am. She was like, look, let me tell you something. This woman, she stopped what she's doing to take care of you guys. She's not going to. The next day, they were so good.
Good.
They were so good. So I was like, man.
Probably not going to cross you again.
Oh no, they did the same thing. Coming the next day, they did the same thing. It's like they forget. It's like they forget because they're so little. They're so little. Like, and then I have this one kid. His name is Caleb. He stands up. He calls other people's names from the front seat to the back of the bus. You see what I'm saying? He tell me, Miss Bus Driver, he's taking off his shoes. I'm like, why is you telling everything? That has nothing to do with you. So the moment I tell him to sit down, he say, yes, ma'am. And he sits down. Like, I literally think that he forgets to sit down because he be just that excited because when they're in school, they just have to do this. Can't talk in the classroom. You only get a certain amount of time to play and all of that stuff. So when they get on the bus, they're with their friends. They're so happy to be with their friends. That's my favorite part of school. Listening to your iPod, you're playing with your backpacks. And that's exactly what they do. So I got to find a way around them. I made some charts for assigned seats, but what I want to do is get like a speaker and set up a radio and play music for them, hoping that would get them to sit down. I had bus drivers like that. Yeah. It was awesome because it was more fun. Or we had one time that put on it's like a movie thing. I don't know how they did it. Really? I was thinking about it. Well, it was on the way to a soccer game. It was like one of those long, so maybe it was different, but yeah. I do remember the music and stuff. Well, they took the radios off the bus. There's no radios on the bus no more. I'm like, why? That was the best part of my childhood, remembering going to school, is listening to the music. Yeah. But yeah, just let me know, like, when you're taken to the doctor's appointment. Yeah, I will. I want you to come to it. If you can try to make it before 11. Well, if the what am I trying to say? If the appointment can be over before 12:45, 12:14 because that's the time I catch the bus from my house going to Creekside to catch the bus to work.
12:14 p.m. Okay, so do you get like when Thanksgiving comes up and stuff, do you get those holidays off?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe I can make it for, won't he be off for like 2 weeks
He will.
in December?
He will.
Would that be easier maybe?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try to make it, I don't think that I haven't heard that he has any like,
No.
nothing crazy bothering him, so.
No, the last time, he got a pretty good teeth. You know, I try to make sure his teeth is good because mine's falling apart.
Mine too.
But, when we went to the dentist, I think it was back in, when was COVID? 2020?
Shoot. Was it? Yeah, like
Yeah,
March
it was
of
March
2020.
of 2020. That's when everything closed down. I remember me taking him to the dentist March the 16th of 2020. That was their last day of school for COVID.
Okay.
And so when we went to the dentist, he was getting like drills and holes. Not drills, but he was getting those capped from like he just had like a little cavity or whatever. He didn't really have no cavities or whatever. So
Okay.
yeah.
So maybe I'll try to make it sometime during Christmas break. I'll look up the how do you call it? Like the school schedule to see when they're out, and then I'll try to do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
If you have a preference on where he goes, let me know. Or I was just gonna do it at like family dentistry.
I was this one dentist that come on YouTube all the time to get on my damn nerves. Actually, it's right over there. I think it's called Hakuna Matata or something like that.
We have a lot of kids go there.
I think it's right there. They have a commercial of the little green frog used to come on when we were younger, driving a car. But I think that would be a good one because it's kid friendly and stuff like that.
All right, I'll schedule it. Hakuna Matata. And then
You went to Suncoast? You went to Suncoast, your thingy?
oh yeah, I actually used to work for DCF in our region, like this part of our 20th Judicial Circuit or whatever it's called, the Suncoast region. But I also use Suncoast Bank.
Oh, okay.
It's good bank. Love it.
So what made you become involved in DCF and everything like that?
When I left high school, I went to college in Lakeland, Florida for nursing. And I dropped out of college because I was like, nursing is not for me. And I just couldn't really figure out what I wanted. And then I had it in my mind that I wanted to work with addiction. So I went to school for psychology, and then I was like, I don't like psychology. It's too much. I went to school for
psychology. I love it.
Did you? I like psychology, but there was a lot of like math and
I ain't get to that part.
Stuff that just wasn't. I couldn't do it. So then I found out about social work, and then when it came time to do my internship, I had always said, I was like, I will never work for DCF, never, 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 in a million years. And that ended up being where I did my internship. And I fell in love with investigations because I felt like I was making an actual difference, and I had the opportunity to either really protect kids and help them out, or on the flip side, I could defend families that weren't doing wrong by their kids. And I got to see a lot and experience a lot, and then it got to the point where I burned out. And from January of this year through Mother's Day, the day after Mother's Day was my last day, I served tables just to give my mind a break, and I realized that I really miss child welfare. I feel strongly about it, and so I came here. But, you know, everybody in this field does it for a reason, even though everyone comes off differently, but everyone has their own backstory. Like, I wasn't.
That Jennifer O'Brady is a tough one.
Oh yeah, she's our program director. Well, not our program director. She's our
director of regions.
Yeah,
that's what she calls herself.
She's our big boss lady.
Yeah.
So she's tough as nails.
I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a difference. It's a difference from being, I think they call it authoritarian type person, and then that other type person who knows like when to turn it off and when to turn it on.
Yeah.
So you have to like it's all about balance with everything. You got to know when and when not to. Because right now, you telling me this is not the time.
No, it really wasn't, and I tried to tell her that, but you know, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. You know the saying?
Yeah.
It's better to be nice to people than to be.
Yeah,
you get nowhere by being.
I used to say that saying too. You catch more flies with honey than yeah. But she ain't catching nothing because the way she's set up and the way she talks to parents, not just myself. Like I said, like whenever I do something or say something, I'm thinking about everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, what if it was another person wasn't as strong as I am? You see what I'm saying? And was going through the same thing that I'm going through. You don't know what that person might do. That person probably suicide is real. People act like it's not, but it really is real. Mm-hmm. So you just have to watch how you talk. If she would have been like, hey, Miss Williams, I know you miss your son. If I were you, I would feel the same way, but I just want to let you know that I will do everything in my power. Simple stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that really just added to the already stress that I'm going through of not having my son.
Yep, I get that. If I ever do anything to piss you off, let me know. I'll fix it. I know sometimes.
I just don't, because I see your personality, and I just want you to understand that when I'm speaking about something, I'm speaking broadly.
Okay. Yeah, I won't take anything personally.
I'm speaking broadly. You understand what I'm saying? Even because you can't do nothing if you don't even know. You see what I'm saying? They knew before you did that my son got attacked by a dog. You see what I'm saying? So why would they put you in a hot seat knowing what type of person I am about my son? You see what I'm saying? So when I said, why didn't they call me? Why didn't the regions of director get the phone and was like, hey, Renika, go, why would you put this lady? You know what I'm saying? Like, you've never met me.
No, I haven't.
Jennifer O'Brady has met me. Heath has met me. Just about everybody. Jennifer Copin has met me. So why wouldn't they, you know what I'm saying, come and, you see what I'm saying? Why would they put this lady in this seat like that? I didn't like that at all. You see what I'm saying? That's why when you said, why did the conversation change? Well, because I can't be pissed off at you because it's not really your fault. You see what I'm saying? Even though I'm pissed off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what made the conversation change, because they know me. And this is not the first time they have kept my son away from me for this amount of time. He did it on June the 2nd. June the 2nd was the last time I seen my son, and I didn't see him again until June the 28th, like a day before my own birthday, which was June the 29th. So it's like, this is what's pissing me off, because every time I address them about a situation, for number one, they don't even, I still haven't heard anything from nobody about my son earring being bent and bloody in his ear. The foster dad throwing my son in the pool, and he telling him to stop, and he continuously throwing him in the pool. My mind was everywhere when I went to court, so I was not able to tell the judge this.
That was Dexter?
Yes.
That you had the issue with? Okay.
Yes. This is before he went with my sister. This happened. Okay? I show up at Camlock to visit my son one day. It's pouring down wet. Tell me why my son got on a wet tie-dye shirt. And when I asked him, why do he have this on? He said, Dexter gave it to me. I'm like, okay, Dexter, why would you give him a put him on a wet shirt, okay? If he just had made the tie-dye shirt, why didn't you dry it for him? Why didn't you say, okay, no, the shirt is still wet, you can't take it to show your mom? Because he probably wanted to show me. It's reasonable stuff, but as the adult, you have to tell him. You can't, I don't want you to get sick. You see what I'm saying? Let's dry the shirt, and your next visit, you can take it and see your mom. No, he just gave him a whole wet shirt. And he put it on. Like, and it was already raining outside. Then when you come inside the building, it's cold.
Freezing.
He could have got sick. Then he come there with no underwear on. Come on now. He's at sports camp. If he don't have no underwear, he's playing football, he's playing basketball, all types of sports. Anything. He could have got injured and hurt himself. Nobody has still yet addressed these issues, but the moment I go and check on my son, they want to address that and take me to court. Like, that makes no sense. And then every time they always say, when I bring up something, oh, she's not taking her medicine. She's not taking her medicine. She's not taking her medicine. Anytime I have an issue, she's not taking her medicine. She's not taking. If I wasn't taking my medicine, you'll know I wasn't taking my medicine, because I wouldn't be nearly as nice as I am now if I wasn't taking my medicine. Like, I'm being polite right now about my child.
I appreciate that. I know it's hard to be polite in this situation. I don't know that I would be.
Because the last thing I want to do is make the situation worse than it already is. You see what I'm saying? And they know that. So before, when they kept my son away from me, I never once went to their house. Never once did I go to their house. I just sat in my house. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. Just going over in my head, because if you don't do something about the thoughts that's going on in your head, it can take you somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? The negative thoughts. And this is everybody. This is just not a person with a mental illness. This is everybody. Negative thoughts can control you. So that's why it's always good to push them out with a positive thought. You see what I'm saying? That's what I did. Turned my music on. Enjoy my music. I can't even eat. I haven't eaten anything today, because every time I think about my son, I lose my appetite. I can be like this with a fork and I'm thinking about my son because it's his favorite. You see what I'm saying? I just lost my appetite. Can't eat.
You got friends? You have people, support systems around?
I don't.
People you can call or
I don't, because every time I think that I can trust somebody, they always turn out to be someone I can't trust.
Okay. Can you talk to your sister at all, or like, just not about anything, but just to like BS on the phone with, to take your mind off of stuff, or you got Netflix or something like that?
I have Netflix, girl. I be in my own little world. That's why I be on YouTube. That's why I record, because that's my safe haven where I can just go and vent. I ain't got to be careful about how I say things and what I say, because people want you to do that. They don't want you. They want you to walk on eggshells, and I'm not the type of person that's gonna walk on eggshells. Almost like walking on glass. That's what it's like. They want you to baby step around their feelings, but they can come to you and be like, fuck yours. And that's just so unfair. You know, you treat people how you want to be treated. And what you see is what you get. If you heard something about me and someone said that, oh, she just have an attitude or whatever, and you come to me with that already mindset, guess what? You're going to have an attitude, because that's how you see me.
Did he ever do pill counts on you?
He did, but he never made me put them on the plate.
How did he count? Okay.
He never poured them out. I guess he just looked at the date and see if they're up to date or something.
Okay.
I don't know, because every time he came around, he confused me, tried to confuse me, and talk about things that's going on with the case and all this stuff. And my mind was like on so many different things at once. Like, it was almost like they was trying to keep me in this place, and I didn't like that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, no. Like, right now, my mind needs to be clear. I need to be free, one day at a time. That's it.
Also, I heard you call yourself Renika earlier. I've definitely been calling you Ronica. And I've heard other people call you Renika, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's Ronica, because you never... Is it Renika?
It's Renika.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it all the time. Some people don't even know how to say my name. So anytime somebody mess it up, they be like, "Oh, thank you so much," because I didn't want to mess your name up. I'm like, I'm the same way when it comes down to names. I don't be want to mess people's names up. That's what I do with my kids. I be like, Mesa.
As how names out there right now. It's like...
I have a little girl. It's XYEL. I have no idea what her name is. I be like, Zayla, Azela, Exela, sit down. And she come to me and she be like, XYEL. I have no idea what her name is, but she always tell me I'm gonna bring you something tomorrow. You're the best bus driver in the whole wide world. That's what she tell me every day, and I yeah. Look, she does that. Like, I watched this girl. She's like the ringleader. Her mom kind of got pissed off with me on Thursday because with Stella, okay, Stella is good when she's by herself. This is Carter's little sister. She's great. Don't have to speak. But when Azela is there, whatever her name is, that's when Stella want to act up. She want to do everything that she does. And so, her mother, Azela's mother, come up to the bus, was like, "How did she do today?" And Stella moms came up. I told Stella mom, Stella did okay, but that one, she just, she don't. And then her mom got mad. She was like, "Well, how she does good and she don't do good?" I said, "Cause she the ringleader. That's why. Cause she the ringleader. That's why she come up to me and be like, Miss, I'm gonna bring you something." Try to get on my good side, cause her mother be standing out there and she don't want me to tell her mom. I'm like, "Look, girl, you," they be trying to manipulate you now. But they're so cute at the end of the day. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I try to get to work on time, because if I don't, then I'm gonna be late. If I leave the house 1:44, I don't have to clock in until 2:29. I'm gonna be late for work. So I leave a whole hour earlier just so I can get to Bonita Springs and be on time.
Okay.
And then when I get there, I try to make sure the bus is presentable and all this stuff like this. So every day I sweep the bus, make sure it's no trash, make sure it's sanitized with Lysol, making sure everything is just good for these kids to get on the bus because of COVID. And so every day when they get off the bus, it looks like I haven't even cleaned it. So I have to do it all over again. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, when I applied for the job and I told them when people ask me whether I work and I'll tell them, they'd be like, "Oh, bless your heart." So I was like, okay, why would they tell me to bless my heart? Now I see why.
I would never. Thank you for meeting with me. It was nice to meet you. I'm gonna have to do more random, they'll be random. And I'll just keep you updated on everything. I'll be in touch with you about a visit. I'll get him set up with a Kuna Matata, and yeah, we'll just go from there. I wrote down some of the things that you said you were...
The Zoom visits as well.
Yes.
I don't know if you wrote that down.
So the Zoom visit tomorrow might probably be by me. If they, and then moving forward, there'll be probably like an FSW.
And then if they, what's it? Yes.
Yeah, like
yes.
the person who was...
Pick them up and drop them off.
Yeah, or like whoever it was that was supervising you. With
It was, what is her name? Hannah.
Hannah?
It was Hannah, I believe.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
So,
I think
yeah.
the chick, there was a girl that emailed back today when I was like, "Hey, is there somebody?" Because...
Is it the black girl?
No, I don't...
I don't want that black girl or that black boy.
Ralph or Shayla.
I don't want neither one of them.
Yeah, no. Or Daphne, or...
Her. I don't want
Daphne and Ralph. Okay. This girl.
Oh, you know what black girl is so sweet and good with kids? Um, she's like our height. Well, not yours because you're real short. She's about my height, and she's slimmer than me. She's black. Um, oh, I don't know her name. I think she's Haitian or something like that. But they're really sweet. They're really good with kids. Like they're patient. They not telling your business around the office like the other ones do. Um, she'll be really good.
Okay. I'll look into her. I know a girl named Herbaline. I don't know if that sounds familiar. She responded back and said she might be able to help out with the Zoom visits during the week. But I'll say the FSW that. Did she work with you before?
Mm-mm. They never did. I had Hannah, and then I had the big white Australian chick, the big one. She's like scary.
Is she like super tall?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You do know.
Right.
Think about it.
Australian?
She had the little mole, like, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing, but she kind of looked like Nanny McPhee. You know the little lady? Her. She's big. She used to get on my nerves. Like, they used to get on my nerves. They used to get on my nerves, wanna know why? Because I used to have my visits twice a week. Renika is there. I'm waiting a whole hour because, mind you, I gotta catch the bus, so I have to leave the house an hour earlier just to be there on time. So I'm waiting a whole hour outside, sitting on the ground like we are now, waiting. So one day, I forgot to notify the FSW 24 hours in advance. Thank God CAC don't do this. The only time you notify them is when you're not gonna be there. So I had forgot because I was cooking, trying to get him his things that he like, and she called me back. She waited until 1 o'clock in the morning. Who the fuck is up at 1 o'clock in the morning? To text me to say, due to non-communication, your visit is canceled. I'm like, bitch, you had all day. You couldn't text me and say, Miss Williams, oh, I'm just checking to see you didn't call in. Are you still coming? I'm there every week. Every week. And they would not let me see my son. So I just feel like sometimes when you're a good parent, that they make it hard for me because they know that I love my son. I'm gonna do anything that I can do, like to be next to my son, be close to my son. I'm gonna do that. I don't care what it is. If somebody say go jump off the building right now, I will go do it because that's how bad I want to be close to my son. And I feel like she did that because she knew. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she knew that.
Well, I can't do anything about what happened for me, but I will. I'll make sure you get your visits.
Yeah, I know. I know. That type of stuff just still sticks in my head. Like, how can you be so cruel? So. But
have yourself a good weekend.
I will.
Nice
will.
Meeting you.
You too.
Letting me come by.
When did you how long have you been taking your medicine?
I've been on and off of it since I was 15. I'm about to be 28, so almost 13 years now. And I've been on it consistently for 2 years now.
So you have depression and anxiety?
I'm bipolar as well.
How do you think you developed those?
I had a lot of traumatic experiences as a kid, I think. So I think that was part of it. I also think that it runs in my mom's side of the family. And I also just kind of, so a little bit of genetics, but I think a lot of it was trauma that I never took care of, and so I'm just constantly like really worried and stress out, and I never wanted to take my medicine. Like, I would take it for a while, and then I'd be like, I'm good, I got this, and I'd come off of it, and then it was a matter of time before I would come to the point where I'm like, wow, I need to be back on it again. And I had every excuse in the book.
So what kind of like triggers it?
When I have like my episodes, when I get mad and stuff. I don't know, sometimes it's like if someone just says something, just the tone of their voice is off, or
that's me.
Something like if I feel like they're coming at me, like it could be, you know, people are like, oh, it comes from a place of love, and it's like, hey,
no,
but you said X, Y, and Z, and I'm able to understand that it's difficult for people who don't don't feel like I do, or like you do, or whatever. I get that it's hard for them, but it's also really hard for us to not be understood by people, and they want like you to understand where they're coming from, and they always have a reason why. It's like, you need to calm down. Oh my God, if someone tells me to calm down, it makes me want to punch them.
Just have to tell my boyfriend that the other day.
Yeah.
Nah, don't tell me to calm down.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, me too.
And a lot of times, to be honest with you, like, I don't even really know what sets me off. Sometimes I just get in these funks, and I can be really like nasty, but it's almost always towards people that I love. Like, I'll come to work and I'll be great. Like, I'll be in a bad mood or something, and no one will ever know, and I'm totally fine.
Don't do me like that.
No, but like I would take it out on my mom or something, and I'll just be in it. It's like from nowhere, you know? So.
But you know, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. It's like when you're a nice person, people treat you like shit. Then when you're a bitch, then you get respected.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's like, you would think it would be.
Do I have to be this bitch?
Yeah.
But no, yeah. But the funniest thing that I think is that the same people who come at you, which you gotta understand, it's the same people who coming at you that way. They are going through more than what you're going through. Because when you can just come at a person for no reason who's nice and kind, think about how you feel when you're lashing out at your mom or something. It's because you're feeling something probably from work, from a person coming at you that way. And you're not defending yourself. That's still on you. So when you go home, that pressure is released on your mom.
And then it makes you feel even more depressed.
It does.
And even more anxious, and you're like, great, now I just screwed that up.
No.
But
no.
Hurt people.
Yes. And that's how I see Jennifer O'Brady. She got to be a miserable person to even come to work and abuse that power. You see what I'm saying? Because you're in a position to. Same thing goes for me. As a mother, if I was to bully my kid, because I know I can. I just watched on Facebook a mom literally fist fighting her own child. That's abuse. I mean, bum, punching her. Like, pulling her hair, pull her down to the ground, took her by her braids. She had braids like me, and just was beating her head onto the concrete.
Jeez.
I swear to God, like, for you to do something like that, you need to go get therapy. You need to go get help, because that's not a normal feeling. You can't walk around and say, okay, you're happy with your life if you're treating people who've done nothing to you like shit. I don't care what nobody say. Those people are not happy. I mean, my son is in foster care, and I feel like mentally, and I'm the crazy one, so I feel like mentally I'm doing better than you, because I still walk around and I treat people good, because that's the way I want to be treated. And then the thing is, the people who are going to therapy because of the people who are not going to therapy.
Yeah.
So you're not the crazy person. The person who is not getting help won't admit, I got a problem. When I had my son, I didn't know what the hell was going on with myself.
Yeah,
But I
postpartum.
knew, yes. Like, I was looking at all the other moms and they was just so gushy over their babies. And true enough, my baby was so beautiful. And I think God made my baby that way for a reason. And like, when I looked at him, it just melted my heart. But I did not feel that connection to my son right that moment. All I knew was, I'm going to take care of you because I don't have nobody. And I know if I don't do it, nobody else will do it. So I stayed and I did what I was supposed to do. And I didn't know, like, after I went and got my treatment, I just knew I wanted to be better for my son. And then it just opened up a whole new door for me, like, okay, this is what it feels like having a son, and your kids gonna have your back, like, no matter what. They gonna love you, like, no matter what. They'll never judge you. They'll never say, oh, my mom, no. Because they at an age where they're just so simple and that's all they see is the simple things. So don't let nobody make you feel like you're crazy. Set boundaries for people. Even when it comes down to me, if you think that I'm getting snappy with you, like, look, Renika, I'm not going to deal with you if you're going to get snappy with me. This goes for everybody. And that's what people but that's what people don't understand. People think that when you set a boundary, you just do it to them and they take it personal. You can't take it personal because it's not about you, it's not your journey. That's person's journey. Just like my journey is my journey. And I know what I have been through and what I don't want to go through again. So that's what some people you can't get, that's just the rain falling in the trees.
The nature preserve.
She was like, let me get the fuck out of here.
I'll never come out here. This is like the perfect setup for like one of those cold case files.
Oh, hell no. See, now you gonna have me twisted now.
Sorry.
But yeah, like, I try to get the foster parents to understand that you can't take it personal. Like, even if I ask my son, like, I bought him shoes, and they would never let him wear the shoes. The shoes, me and him had the same shoes.
Oh.
And yeah, I wanted, for us to match shoes that day, and they couldn't find them. Every time I asked for the shoes, they just couldn't find them. So I had to get for real, like, look, where is my son's shoes? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of asking you nicely and you telling me some bullshit. Where's the shoes? And so when I got serious with them, they took it personal. You know what I'm saying? They started being like really vindictive and stuff like that. But you can't do that. Like, a mother have her reasons. I have my reasons. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you for talking to me for your time. It was nice meeting you. I'll be in touch with you.
Be safe.
And if you need anything, let me know. You have my number. I'm usually best to get by text or email.
Yeah, that's what I'm normally good to.
I'm not great with the phone call thing because I'm usually doing 5 billion things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will.
Okay, yep, go that way. Don't get lost.